Pat Pong isn't just another street in Bangkok. It's a legend. This is where Bangkok's nightlife story began. The city's oldest and most talked about district, shaped by decades of history, change, and contradiction. Behind the neon lights, Pat Pong is more than what most people assume. It's a place where night markets, nightlife culture, and untold stories overlap, and where expectations often don't match reality. In this video, we're going to break it all down. What Pat Pong really is, how it works today, and why it's still one of the most misunderstood nightlife areas in Bangkok. No myths, no exaggeration, just a clear, honest explanation. If you want to follow along or explore it yourself, check the Google Map link in the description. It'll help you understand the layout and navigate the area without confusion. And if you want to go deeper, beyond what any single video can cover, the Lazy Nomad VIP Telegram is where that happens. That's where we share deeper insights, real experiences, practical tips, and help from travelers who are actually on the ground. You're not navigating it alone. Let's dive into Pat Pong and see it for what it really is. Welcome to Lazy Nomad. You're the hardest working lazy explorer of Southeast Asia's night scene. We venture into the neon wilderness so you can enjoy the adventure from the comfort of your couch. From the electric avenues to the hidden corners of nightlife unknown, Lazy Nomad braves the buzzing streets and sultry sounds to bring you the most captivating walking tours and cultural deep dives. With a blend of humor, insight, and the occasional lazy detour, we're your authoritative guide to the nocturnal wonders of this vibrant region. Remember, in the world of Lazy Nomad, every night is an adventure waiting to be lazily explored. Our motto is, working tirelessly so you don't have to, unless it's to hit the subscribe button. Pat Pong's story starts long before the neon signs and crowds. This was once a quiet banana plantation owned by the Pat Pong Panich family, right in what's now Bangkok's Silom district. As the city grew into a major business hub, the family began carving out roads and leasing spaces, and without realizing it, they set the stage for something Bangkok had never seen before. Then everything accelerated. During the Vietnam War era, more and more American soldiers on leave came looking for entertainment, and Pat Pong quickly shifted from a normal street into Bangkok's early nightlife hotspot. The go-go bar culture people associate with Pat Pong today took shape during this period, and the district's reputation started to spread far beyond Bangkok. But here's the part most people don't understand. Pat Pong didn't just become one thing. It evolved into a layered mix of history, nightlife, tourism, and myths. And that's exactly why so many visitors arrive with the wrong expectations. So what did it evolve into? And how does it actually work today? I'm going to break it down step by step. Fast forward to today, and Pat Pong is still very much alive, just in a different form. Everything here now revolves around two short streets, Pat Pong Soi 1 and Soi 2, and understanding the difference between them makes the whole area much easier to navigate. Soi 1 is where most people start. This is where the night market takes over after sunset, with stalls lining the street and street food filling the air. It's busy, public, and approachable, more of a warm-up than the main event. Many visitors come here without even realizing they're already inside a nightlife district. Soi 2 is where things change. The market fades away, the lights get brighter, and the focus shifts fully to nightlife. This street is home to some of Pat Pong's most well-known venues, and the atmosphere is more intense and more concentrated. This is where Pat Pong's reputation really comes from. The key thing to understand is this. Soi 1 sets the scene, Soi 2 defines the experience. Pat Pong may have evolved over the years, but this contrast is still at the core of how the district works today. Pat Pong isn't built around a single type of nightlife. Instead, it offers a mix of venues, each with a very different atmosphere and purpose. And understanding these differences is key to avoiding confusion. At the center of Pat Pong's identity are its go-go bars. These venues are fast-paced, brightly lit, and built around stage-based entertainment combined with table service. Drinks here often include what are commonly called lady drinks, which are part of how the system works. This is the style of venue most people associate with Pat Pong, and it's where many first-time visitors start. For those who prefer something calmer, Pat Pong also has hostess-style bars. These places focus less on spectacle and more on conversation. The atmosphere is quieter, more relaxed, and designed for social interaction rather than constant activity. It's a different pace, and for some visitors, a more comfortable entry point. You'll also find themed and modern bars that blend elements of nightlife with club-style music and lighting. These venues tend to feel more contemporary and are popular with visitors looking for something that sits between a bar and a nightclub. Finally, Pat Pong is known for a few ping pong shows that are often promoted by street touts. These places are controversial and frequently linked to tourist complaints, usually related to unclear pricing. If you're curious, approach with caution. And if something feels off, it probably is. The most important thing to remember is this: not all bars in Pat Pong are the same, and knowing what you're walking into makes a huge difference in how the night goes. If you've been here before, which type surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. To truly understand Pat Pong's nightlife, it's important to know how the scene actually works, the unspoken rules, the expectations, and how everything fits together inside the bars. Most confusion, bad experiences, and unnecessary problems come from not understanding these basics. If you want to go deeper and navigate Southeast Asian nightlife like a pro, with real-world warnings, practical tips, common mistakes to avoid, and honest breakdowns, all of that is covered inside the Lazy Nomad VIP group. That's where we share deeper insights, real experiences, and up-to-date information, and where you can also get help directly from like-minded travelers who've already been there. If you're serious about understanding nightlife the right way, the link is in the description. Soi 4 has a very different energy compared to the rest of Pat Pong, and that's intentional. This area has long been known as a hub for Bangkok's LGBTQ nightlife, with its own rhythm, crowd, and atmosphere. The vibe here is more social and expressive. You'll notice open front bars, louder music, and a crowd that's comfortable, confident, and here to enjoy the night on their own terms. It's less about curiosity tourism and more about community and celebration. This part of Pat Pong attracts a mix of locals, expats, and travelers who already know what they're looking for, or who are simply open to experiencing a different side of Bangkok nightlife. If this scene aligns with you, Soi 4 can be a fun, welcoming stop. If it's not your thing, that's fine too. Pat Pong offers multiple styles within just a few minutes' walk. Understanding these differences helps you choose the right spots, avoid awkward situations, and enjoy the area with respect. Just a short walk from Pat Pong, Soi Thaniya feels like a completely different world. This small street is often called Bangkok's mini Japan town, and once you step inside, it's easy to see why. Soi Thaniya is centered around Japanese-style karaoke venues, where the focus is less on spectacle and more on private rooms, conversation, and a very specific nightlife culture. The atmosphere here is quieter, more structured, and clearly influenced by Japanese social norms. You'll mostly see Japanese expats, businessmen, and travelers who already know what this street is about. That's also why many tourists pass right by without realizing it even exists. It doesn't advertise itself, and it doesn't try to attract everyone. If this side of Bangkok nightlife sounds interesting to you, I've already covered Soi Thaniya in much more detail in a separate guide. You'll find the link in the description. Pat Pong is a must-see for many visitors to Bangkok, but it's also a place where a bit of awareness goes a long way. The nightlife here is vibrant, but some practices are well known, especially around certain ping pong show bars, where tourists are sometimes lured by low prices and later hit with inflated bills. The safest approach is simple. Always confirm prices up front and stick to reputable venues. Pricing isn't the only thing to watch out for. In crowded areas like the night market and busy bars, pickpocketing can happen. Keep valuables close, use bags or pockets with zippers, and avoid flashing phones or wallets unnecessarily. When using ATMs, it's better to choose machines inside banks or well-lit locations, rather than outdoor ones late at night. Another important rule is to never leave your drink unattended. It sounds basic, but it's one of the easiest ways to avoid problems. And when it's time to head back, using a ride-hailing app like Grab is generally safer than flagging down a taxi, especially late at night. Most of all, trust your instincts. If something feels off, it usually is. Pat Pong's long history is part of what makes it interesting, but understanding how it works and staying alert will help you experience it safely and responsibly. Pat Pong is a place of contrasts. History and modern Bangkok meet here. A busy night market on one side, quieter and more hidden nightlife on the other. It's not the loudest district and it's not the wildest, but it's one of the most misunderstood. Whether you're coming here out of curiosity, to experience a piece of Bangkok's nightlife history, or simply to understand how this area really works, Pat Pong shows a side of the city that's layered, complex, and very different from what most people expect. If you're planning to explore Bangkok at night, check the Google Map link in the description. It will help you navigate Pat Pong and the surrounding nightlife areas without confusion. And if you want to go deeper than any single video can offer, the Lazy Nomad VIP Telegram is where that happens. That's not just extra content, it's a community. Real travelers, real experiences, up-to-date insights, warnings, and practical advice from people who are actually on the ground across Southeast Asia. You're not navigating it alone. If this video helped you understand Pat Pong better, subscribe to the channel for more honest, explained guides like this. And if you've been here before, share your experience in the comments. It helps other travelers see the full picture. Thanks for tagging along with Lazy Nomad. Until our paths cross again in the neon-lit streets of Southeast Asia, keep exploring, but always keep it lazy. Good night, and see you on the next adventure.